decision. She is going to help him lose his virginity by hiring him an escort.
We've been considering it now for a long time. Yeah, once you get over the kind of cringy bit of it, it's no different than trying to travel train John or teach him how to spend his money. Yes, he needs to have sex. How do we do that safely? So that's what we're doing, isn't it?
There we go.
Okay, so obviously I haven't got a mental disability or something, but I suffered from confidence issues before I came to university. I was worried, so obviously there's a lot of very attractive women people here.
Not me tonight though, are they? Which is a shame.
So I went I watched this documentary and I went to see escorts, and although it sounds cringy and for me it feels a bit dodgy, but it's not really, because the way I see it is that people pay for therapists, people pay for counselling, people pay for whatever they need. It wasn't just a sexual need for me, it was confidence that I needed, you know what I mean? It wasn't just a quick, you know, so once I seen these escorts, and the purpose was met really, and so after I've seen them a few times, I realized, okay, I can do this, so like I wanted more, and it was from the escorts I got confidence, and so it was an actual escort who gave me the confidence to try online dating, because I said I didn't just want sex, I didn't just want a fantasy thing, I wanted something real, and so yeah. It's because I didn't, like, it was hard to feel like sexy and confident, as I said.
The documentary is, if anybody wants to watch it.
Yeah, that documentary is called Sex on the Wheels, and I don't deal with all of it, but the majority of it is very good.
Okay. Now, when we exchanged a few back and forth notes, didn't we? And they were coming back with jokes that were just hilarious, but quite frankly disturbing. That we had to keep cutting out. For example, how do you meet people?
Oh, I hide in the bushes.
Yeah. Which is funny enough where we held the first meeting. Yeah. Okay. So you did online dating.
Yeah, which unfortunately wasn't a success, because the majority, well, 99% of the time, I would mention my disability, and I knew that they would swiftly disappear, which on one hand is very disheartening, but on the other hand, I don't really want somebody that is so efficient. But I don't really believe people who don't want to try relationships with people with disabilities, because it's just a lack of knowledge really, so can't really place too much blame on them.
When we first started, we sort of mind mapped a couple of things we could have talked about, or you could have talked about, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna dispel some myths, that's what we're gonna do, like, there's loads of myths about this, this is what we're gonna do, but it's sort of evolved into more than that. But you are gonna do some myths, aren't you? That's what it says here, unless you just make it up as you go along.
Yeah,
Do that?
of course.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, go on then. So we said there's loads of myths that surround people with disabilities in general, but particularly like, not necessarily taboos, but a lot of questions that people might ask in relation to notions of love, sex and relationships. So what do we think these are, or what do you think they are, and then what's the actual accuracy of it?
Yeah, it's society's view of what is beautiful, what is sexy, and it's all bullshit because we're taught that a certain type of body type is pretty, when in actuality we're all beautiful in certain ways without sounding into the beast. But disability, it's viewed as a kind of like a taboo. We're either heroes for trying to do something, or we're paid for the way we are. So we're not seen as lovable sexual beings, although we are. It's just not portrayed that way because of the media. Yeah. And because of that, people are scared to ask questions. So like, how do you ask somebody with a disability, do you have sex? You don't just ask that. It kind of like, I don't know, you would have to research. You'd have to be really into someone in order to look into how it works, you know what I mean? So I think there's more, definitely more media coverage about it, love and disability in general. And I'm not promoting like that we all have image-based relationships, but we sort of, it should be what's inside that like counts, and we should see beyond all the physicalities, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
So I said to you, I can't remember what it was, I said, what do you think's the biggest concern? I think this was in relation to the online dating, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When you said, you know, when sort of you explained that you did have a disability, then people just sort of disappear off the radar or whatever.
Yeah.
And you did bring something up that is a concern.
Yeah, definitely. Because there was this one girl I was talking to, and she mentioned this and kind of died in it. Because I said, look, I've got this disability, I need this amount of care and all this and all that. And she said, well, it's not going to work because I can't look after you or something. And now what I don't want is, I don't want a carer to be a girlfriend. I want a girlfriend that can love, that can, just like anyone else. I don't want to become a burden or a job to my partner. I want to love her. I want to do all the things that other boyfriends do, you know what I mean? Like, because I think that before you get to know someone, or before you get to know someone with physical disability, all that you see straight away is that physical disability. So it's hard to like, I'd imagine you would automatically think, oh, we have to do this for him, we have to feed him, or we have to want his bum, and that's not the kind of thing I want. Fair enough, if you want to feed me, if you want to be helpful, you can, but it's like, if it's part of the relationship, yeah, I never want to become anyone's burden. I think a lot of disabled people are the same. Yeah.
Because you said, when you said having to do stuff for you, we have done a number of those things, but
Yeah, indeed.
it's quite frustrating because Kyle does loads of stuff with us
plenty.
Oh, I'll give you that. That one, that's fine. But yeah, the lift kept breaking, and the reason it keeps breaking in the hub is because there's only one lift in the hub, and we're sort of digressing now really, but there's only one lift in the hub, and it's used as both a goods lift by McCall's, and it's used as a lift for people to go upstairs and what have you. And so essentially, McCall's, they will put a trolley per se in the, or unnamed supermarket, will put a trolley per se in the lift filled with, I don't know, crates and crates of Iron Brew or Coca-Cola or stuff like that, or Lambrini or whatever, and it's bad, it damages the lift. So I don't know if out of this talk you want to like petition something there or whatever, but that would be completely something that they do, wouldn't it? To make the calls walk up the stairs with their staff. That would be something they'd organise themselves.
Yeah,
They couldn't do that, could they? Yeah, or they could do that, yeah. Anyway, where were we? Sorry, I get distracted. So another thing that came up was this talk of like there's a lot of notions surrounding disabilities in those kind of contexts that we talk about being a fetish.
Yeah, I mean, when my ex-girlfriend, actually, this is sound really dodgy, but we actually looked at porn as a kind of educational tool, because we didn't know how things would work, because why wouldn't know? But it turns out you type in disabled sex into Google and you're gonna get some young women and old men doing stuff. It's not nice.
Not just women and old men doing stuff.
No, I mean the majority of it, yeah, it is all fetish. See, there's no kind of realistic disabled stuff, and I think the majority of porn is horrendous. But like, there's an example of where porn could be useful, you know what I mean?
About that job we talked about at the start. So you don't even know what he's doing, but I know what he's doing, he's winding me up. Okay, where are we now? Where are we up to? Okay, I think we've got to say that now. So it's loads of sayings that surround